up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jacobs. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Yeah, the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get something. Go.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. He finds Yeldon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, Lawrence. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So here are visitors to take over on offense.
20.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
We got this.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2nd down and goal. Prescott. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that.